Once you get the audit back, you can review the data. If you want to have us do the work for you, all you have to do is enter a payment method, a credit card, into the dashboard, and that will automatically activate your account. We will then start filing claims for lost in the warehouse, damaged in the warehouse, customer returns, lost in transit, the FBA overages we can get started on, AWD claims if you're using AWD. These are all recovery categories that we can handle 100% autonomously. Nothing from the seller is needed for us to get started on that.
Okay.
We will then also review all of your inbound shipments, find those that have discrepancies. We'll pull those PODs from Amazon if they have it on file. If they don't have it on file, we'll prompt you to say, hey, we need a POD for this shipment. And then any other documentation that's needed. So again, for missing inbound, it's proof of delivery and proof of ownership. If you're a reseller, the proof of ownership will be an invoice from your suppliers. So all you have to do is upload the invoice. Our team then reviews it, make sure that it's eligible. We highlight the individual rows for each item so that Amazon has it easy for them to see, increases our success rate with Amazon. If you're the manufacturer or brand registered for that, brand registry effectively means that Amazon considers you the manufacturer. They give you the benefit of the doubt that you're not buying it from someone else, you're producing it. So with brand registry, you don't have to provide an invoice. You have to provide something called a packing slip. And that is basically just a document where you attest to the quantities that were shipped were actually shipped, or I should say the quantities that are on your shipping plan, you actually shipped. Most sellers, have these packing lists themselves. They can create them. We can also automate that for you. So we use the data from the shipping plan. We generate the packing list for you. And then all you have to do is review it, confirm, yep, I shipped 100 units of that one. I shipped 200 units of that one. Little digital signature, click of the button, and we can then file that claim with Amazon. We've got a lot of automations in place to make that process even easier. So, we already do all the work for you to find the shipments with discrepancies, get PODs if they're available, generate the packing list. But if you really want it to be hands off, we can automate the signing of those packing lists, which I highly recommend. The only time that you shouldn't do that is if you have short shipping issues. If you're constantly, making errors on the shipping plan, then don't auto sign it. Look at each one and just adjust the shipped quantity. You meant to ship 500, you only ship 250. You just adjust it on the packing list and then click the button to sign it. But most sellers, they just go with the auto sign. And then we can also integrate with over 175 carriers and 3PLs. So when we were acquired by SPS Commerce, they opened up this great technology that they had already built where they've integrated with all these carriers in order to get, POs and invoices. And we are now getting proof of delivery and BOLs through that same integration. So if you're using one of these carriers, we simply, store the credentials in our system, and then the system will log in through your carrier, search for the shipments, download the documents, and we do that every single day. So that way, if the POD wasn't available yesterday, but it is today, boom, our system picks it up, lets our team know that it's ready to be filed to Amazon, and then we file it. So for, larger sellers with high volumes of shipments, those automations can save a ton of time. Sounds easy to just go grab a POD, but it can add up if you're shipping in, dozens or potentially hundreds of shipments in a month.
Yeah.
So those automations, that helps everything get filed. Our team then manages all the back and forth with Amazon. And when Amazon approves those reimbursements, the money goes directly back into your Seller Central account. It does not come through us. You don't have to wait on us to get the money. Amazon approves it, immediately goes into your payments report, and you can see it there, and then you get it back in the normal payout schedule. We take a fee for what is recovered. only what's recovered. So, all these scenarios where, product gets lost, we file cases with Amazon. They go and investigate the loss and they find those missing units. You get your product back because Amazon found it, but there was no reimbursement, so we don't charge you anything. That's like a win. It's a win for you. In those cases, you get everything back. We don't charge you because it wasn't a reimbursement. We only charge when there was a successful reimbursement. And even if Amazon finds that product after reimbursing it, they give you the product back. They take back the cash they gave you. We credit you back our reversal fee as well, we should say our fee, because that way you can now go and sell that product at full margin. No harm, no foul, basically.
That's what we see as compensated clawback in something like this. Is this the right? I don't know. Can we see that? I see that sometimes in my profit analytics software. Like I see compensated clawback. Is this the like Amazon gave back the money, found it later, and then they claw back? I guess that's they give the
Yep.
product and they take the money.
Yep. It's called a clawback or a reimbursement reversal.
Mm-hmm.
And it, doesn't happen that often in the grand scheme of things, but it happens often enough that, you don't want to be selling that product after having paid a recovery fee for it. So that's an important thing to look for.
All right. So, man, I'll again link the link to get the free audit with seller investigators in the description, plus maybe some. We used to have some offer, like basically some reimbursement without fee of seller investigators. I'll see if this is still available. I'm not sure. It's going to be linked in the description.